Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a first impressions on my new Carpe Diem Aqua A5 size snap planner by Simple Stories. I was fortunate enough to purchase this for about $33 at allscrapbooksteals.com. I will try to remember to leave the link for that website down below. They had it, and when I was putting in my last order for stuff for my December daily, they said that this would ship out on November 11th. So I have had it for a few days. And well, it's shipped out on the 11th, you know, it takes 4 or 5 days to get to you. So I've had it for a good couple days and I have not used it, but I wanted to do a first impression so that you can see what they look like. They did come in a couple other colors. They came in a pink, a coral, black, platinum, and the platinum one looks like sterling, like almost like a gold silver color, which I was tempted to get. So I said pink, coral, black, the platinum, oh, and then robin eggshell blue. I fell in love with the aqua. I was tempted for robin eggshell blue, I won't lie, but I got the aqua one instead. Now my planner experience, I do have a Filofax A5 size and like a raspberry color, which I do like and use. I just don't like Filofax inserts, and so I've been on a journey on Etsy finding inserts that I like. But I just don't like the hassle of printing them and cutting them myself and hole punching them because they always just don't look great. So I purchased this because it's pretty planning already in there. The papers are cute. There's going to be some details on the pages, which I really appreciate because I do like pretty planning. It's like on-the-go scrapbooking to me, so that's why I like it. I've also done the Me and My Big Ideas Happy Planner. I do have that. I've used it for about 2-3 months, and I like that one as well. It's customizable because it has the arc-shaped insert pages. However, I feel like that one is a little too bulky because I don't always want to carry the whole year with me is my problem. And the rings are just weird to put in my bag and to take out and such. So it's just it's the arc system of that one that drives me a little nuts. So here is the Carpe Diem. So it comes in beautiful packaging. It has like polka dots on the back and everything else. It's a great color, very bright, vibrant. It's like a pleather. I don't know if it's real leather. The stitching is great. The snap is great. It's really sewn well. It looks to be about, let me see, 1.5 inch ring. Okay. It comes with this little charm of a camera, and then it says snap on the back, if you can read that. Yep, snap. Okay. When you open it up, here it is. It has 4 little pockets for business cards or holding paper clips and post-it notes, and it says engraved with Simple Story in the leather, and 1 secretarial pocket in the back. It comes with the protector for the 6-ring system that it is, a piece of acetate with silver foiling on it, and a piece of just like ombre looking paper, which is very pretty. This is like the pretty factor that I love. A pit lace to write your name, and then, like I said, it's just already done pretty planning. This is not decals or stickers, it's just paper that's inside. A year at a glance. Again, why I like it, it's already colorful. I don't have to stamp that with my inks. It's already colorful and printed. This is shaped like envelopes. We have a few pages for contacts, and then you get into the calendar. It does come with the tabs for the months. Each divider page has this quote and some pretty, pattern paper in the back. I will say, let's see, the tabs are laminated. This one's a little bent, darn it, but the tab itself is laminated, not the entire page. So that's a little disappointing just because I know in my previous ones, these are going to get ruined quickly. You'll flip it in, and the calendar itself, it's undated, which is nice. You can start it at any point. The calendar is good cardstock, heavy gauge cardstock. And then see how you had the pattern paper, that's a bunch of arrows. Then you have the first opening page for the month, and it says this month. It has a place for birthdays. Don't forget goals and important dates. And then you have the week at a glance. Speaking of the calendar, one more thing. It starts on Sunday and goes to Saturday. I like when a calendar starts on Monday for me because I like having the weekend all together to do things in case you go away, and now you have to like kind of have this and going away for the weekend and continue on. So that would be my only thing right there that I wish just started on Monday instead of Sunday. But other than that, still fine. because I just noticed that the weeks, though, are exactly how I like it. It starts on Monday, and it has equal spacing for every day, plus an area for notes. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which are usually the days I work and film the most on my YouTube and my blog, have all equal space, which is definitely appreciated. And then equal space for the work week is great. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spreads of the week on 2 pages in it before it ends your month with some nice little details, and then the next tab starts. Again, the calendar is heavy cardstock. You have beautiful pattern paper behind it, that window to the next month with the birthdays and important dates, and then the weeks at a glance begin. So they all repeat, so I'll just go to each tab so you can see that each one does have either a pretty quote or just lovely pattern paper. Okay, so that's this one. Here is April. Here is May. June. I love polka dots. July. You know, and it's really pretty, even this side, see how they do the pattern paper, it's really cute. Here's August. I love that with the stripe there. Maybe calendar. And then that. September. All the pens. Stripe. October. And what I feel I'm going to do in order to start using it now is definitely start using it for December. I'm just going to move, here's December's tab right here. I'm just going to move all of these pages to the front of the book, and that way I can start using it next month and not wait till 2016 so I can start using it and playing. You do get a good size paper pad in the back that's already pre-punched to easily fit into the binder itself, and then the dust cover is still there. So it's lovely, it's pretty planning. I kind of love that part about it. And it's all together, and like I said, a reasonably priced to get anyone started into the planner community. I do have my Filofax handy right now just because I wanted to have it to show. So here's my raspberry Filofax. I will say the ring sizes seem to be about the same. That's the ring sizes. The Simple Stories is like a 1/4 inch a bit longer as far as the cover is concerned, which is neither here nor there. It's just an observation about the book. Probably can be stuffed further. Okay, but it's the same height. This is my Filofax. It's the Saffiano. Told you it was like a raspberry color. And this one, they don't have like a very, it's a sheen, but it's just good, leather. And this one too. Both of them have snap closures with a pretty long, arm. So it's really lovely. So they're very, very nice. I do like it so far. So like I said, I am going to bring up December and start using it next month as my goal so that this one I'll carry around for me through the holidays and make it very Christmassy and such along with December daily. So I do like planning. Keeps me organized, keeps me productive. So if you're in a planner, I would pick one up because it's fun, and I would recommend a binder planner because the easy customizability is what I really like. So hold tight and I will be back to show you some pen tests and some ink from stamping, just so you can have a little bit of a gauge on what will work, because the paper in here was concerning to me. It's light copy paper, so I knew I would have to know what would work and what would bleed through and keep it on my top of my head when I'm using it. Okay, so hold tight. I'll be back with that in just a moment. Okay, so here is my pen test and my ink test, okay? I did the ultra fine Sharpie pen, so that's this one in case you want to see it. I did the Sharpie pen, okay? I did a Staedtler fine liner, which is this beauty right here, and this is like a mint color. Then the Uniball fine is this pen. I love these pens. A Jelly Roll, there we go, Jelly Roll. And then the Pilot G2. These are my favorite pens. I do have the 0.7 and then the 1.0 because I do like the thick writing. So those are those two. And then what I wrote down here to label the ink was a Micron pen in the 08. And in my opinion, obviously the Sharpie Ultrafine would have bleed through. I told you it was light paper, and that was what my concern was. I'm going to turn this paper over, and you can see that the Sharpie Ultrafine definitely bled through. And the one that has second amount would be the Uniball Fine, which is this one, which is one of my favorites that I like to work on most of the time. But I had a feeling on this paper, because it's being like a thin weight and gauge, certain pens would bleed through more. The Sharpie pen did great. The Staedtler did great, as well as the Jelly Roll. Those have no shadowing really or any bleed through. Those are the ones that were between here and here. My only problem with the Pilot G2 is that you can't see it, but if you could see it, it leaves an impression with my writing. I can see the indentation from writing on those two. Now, either I have a heavy hand, which could possibly be true, or again, it's just like thin paper. I don't know. I'm just this. I guess this is my only point. It's like the paper is kind of thin. I'm not in love with that. So, second test I wanted to do was with some inks. Now, for the colored inks, I did a Hero Arts dye-based ink, my little cube, okay, in bubble gum. I did a Stampabilities pigment ink in a very bright bright colored pink. Memento fade resisting dye ink is the yellow one. And then a Versamark chalk ink was for my fourth test, okay? And then when you see the back, so I'll show you those. The Hero Arts dye ink definitely went through. Okay, because remember, dye inks will be absorbed by the paper, so I had a feeling that that would occur. The pigment ink did best, best as far as there's still some shadowing. If you can see it, you can still see the image of the cherry. Not terrible, but worth giving Stampabilities a look. And then the two that did great were these two. The this Versamagic chalk ink. Can't even see that purple one. And then the Memento fade resistant dye. My only problem though, let me bring you a close-up on that side, is that if you can see these two dye inks did the crisp stamp image, while the other two, the chalk ink and the pigment ink, did splotchy, not full image. And granted, that could have been a little bit of me not pressing properly. It could have been. But these two stamped out the best. These two were a little patchy. But if that doesn't bother you, you definitely can use the chalk ink and that dye-based ink. They very little fading, but those two you can definitely see. And then as far as black ink, I did a StazOn and then the Memento Luxe. So those are, the packaging, StazOn and Memento Luxe. Again, the difference, crisp spit stamping, patchy stamping. And then in the back, not terrible bleed through with the shadow, with the StazOn. It just shadowed through, but the Memento Luxe will probably be your better route to go. Doesn't really fade, and you can't see it, and it didn't bleed through the paper. Okay, so those. Let it focus. Okay, those are my pen and ink sampling for you, just so that you can have a gauge on how the planner paper is going. So I hope you appreciate this little mini review and first impression. I'll keep you posted on how I use my planner, which will be super fun. Thank you again for watching. Bye, everyone.